over the place. So we'll see if we can get that battlefield cleaned up a little bit. Makes it a little easier for you at home, because I actually can't really tell what's in play and what's the graveyard and everything else. So see if we can get this cleaned up a touch.
All right, so Rebecca's rocking out with 3 Path to Exiles and 3 Anger of the Gods in the main deck. A couple of Relic of Progenitus as well. A Chandra, Torch of Defiance. So this is a less focused, less all-in ramp deck than we've seen.
Yeah, much different than what we've seen from Collins Mullen, that's for sure. Steven, tell her to put her graveyard in one spot, her exile pile in one spot, and clear up the battlefield.
Yeah, we just took a bunch of
Okay, I don't care.
clean up the tell her to clean up the graveyard, have like one pile per graveyard,
And it looks like all that life gain that we were seeing, it was possibly during, you know, a whole bunch of allocate triggers there. Because we saw Logan's life total go way up and then way back down.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a point where the Scapeshift deck just runs out of mountains.
That's true. That is true. So Logan fell down to 17.
And I would also guess Logan is interested in more planes. He has 2 Emeria, the Sky Ruin, in his deck.
Yep. And that's to kind of get the Martyrs back.
Yep, and we all know what that card does.
Yep. And now Martyr of Sands will be searched for yet again here by Ranger Vio. So in a weird way, Logan has the ability to get himself out of burn range.
Yep.
And then Scapeshift really can't win. I guess it could keep coming across with Primeval Titan. Maybe.
But even, I mean, this white deck can get to the point where Proclamation of Rebirth is just getting so much life every single turn, where Emeria is just gaining so much life every turn.
We're actually going to take a look at the graveyard. A bunch of mountains over there, so obviously a Scapeshift did happen. Sakura Tri-Belter can search for a mountain, but nothing to do. Just going to pass the turn back over to Logan, will Rebecca. Ranger Vios and Martyr of Sands are going to come in. There will be a block on the Martyr of Sands, it looks like. And now a mountain might be searched up. I don't know how, yep, it's, never mind.
Well, and Rebecca, just giving away some free information there. When she blocks, she can give Logan the opportunity to sacrifice his creature first. He's the active player.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of just sidestepped that.
Yeah, and I think she actually may have blocked the Ranger of Eos.
Okay.
As well.
Then it makes more sense.
Yeah, absolutely. But I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah, if she's just going to sacrifice Search for Land, it is definitely better to block the Ranger of Eos.
Yep. Even though a Forest here, not terribly helpful. And you're going to be wondering, does she have something like a Prismatic Omen? Does not appear to be the case. Martyr is going to gain a boatload of life. Among the cards in hand, Kami of False Hope. Sarah's Ascendant will come down. And yeah, I'm not sure how to get out of this. There's an Explorer. I mean, that's another card. Summoner's Pact. All right. Well, I have to imagine the best thing to search for is Prime Time.
Well, I think she had a Chameleon Colossus.
Oh, okay.
Which, if she's got 4 or 6 green sources in play, that thing can get ridiculous.
Yeah. But it can be blocked a bunch too.
Yes, it can. And she's in the position where, she's at 10 life. She can't take a whole lot of shots from a giant life-linking flyer.
Yeah. That's exactly what Sarah's Ascendant is right now.
Yeah, little 6/6 flying lifelinker.
NBD.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Only costs 1 mana.
Yeah. Pretty good card.
Modern is so fun.
It's not bad. It's not bad. We're seeing 2 players here playing for 9-0, top of the standings, 1 on Mono White Martyr, 1 on Scapeshift. You better believe it. Logan's going to come across here for 6 in the air. Rebecca's going to fall down to 4. Logan's going to gain some life too, of course. And the follow-up here, truthfully, could be just about anything, and it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, he just needs to get some blockers on the board. He has so much life total.
O-Ring will do it too.
Oblivion Ring, yep.
Yep. Pass the turn back. Got to pay for the pack there, Rebecca.
Yep.
And she will remember. Draw a card. Play a Wooded Foothills, pass the turn back. I think she's just picking them up because she knows that she is beat. So, Logan Reinhart and Rebecca Adlman are going to go to game number 3 here as, I'm about to say this, Mono White Martyr and Scape Shift getting ready for game 3.
It's good position, I think, for the Mono White Martyr deck. I would expect this to be a pretty good matchup for him.
I would think so. Yeah, I haven't tested it exclusively.
No,
but
obviously neither have I.
Yeah.
But the deck has the ability to gain so much life, and like we were saying, Scape Shift, it doesn't deal infinite damage. It deals a very finite amount of damage.
Mm-hmm. Especially this build, which doesn't have Prismatic Omen,
Yep.
isn't the all-in version that we've seen earlier today from Collins Mullen again. So this version has a lot of interaction in it, like we mentioned, with the main deck Path of Exiles and the main deck Anger of the Gods, which means that, yeah, you're definitely dealing with a finite number of damage now. That's for sure. So game 1, obviously Rebecca won. Maybe Logan stumbled. I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll take a look at the sideboards here. How does she win this?
Well, she does have some things working for her. If she can get a Titan on the board, the Anger of the Gods does a great job of sweeping up the riffraff. So, that's an option. It's also possible Logan just doesn't draw multiple martyrs, only draws one, draws one or too many lands, and just can't get out of range of the Valakites. All of these things are definitely possibilities.
Pithing Needle can name Martyr.
Sure.
There's one of those in Rebecca's sideboard, and I don't think Rurik Thar the Unbowed is necessary, but maybe it comes in as just another threat. Maybe. I'd be a little surprised.
Yeah, that's not for this matchup.
Logan's side of things, we know that his plan is to gain a boatload of life. That part's obvious. We can take a look at the card Nevermore. I'm blanking on that right now. I know it's a 3-mana enchantment.
Yep, white, 1.
Yep. Name a card something. I think it might just be Meddling Mage effect. Yeah, name card can't be cast, so. All right. That could be a thing here.
Yeah, I can definitely see that being an effective way to fight a deck that only wants to resolve 2 spells.
Yeah, Prime Time and Scape Shift.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get a little creative. That's for sure.
Sure.
When you get in a spot like this, sometimes you got to get a little creative on both sides of it, honestly. Because this is a weird matchup.
I thought you had this on Moto last night.
Oh yeah, that's what I was testing while I fell asleep at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
9 p.m. What are you, my grandfather?
Yeah. Had a rough go yesterday. Did wake up at 3 a.m. though.
Yeah, you were up in time to get the paper.
Right. Yeah. So I am your grandfather then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Granddad.
Logan's going to take a mulligan down to 6 here. It looks like so. See if he can find a better 6-card hand. This is a way for her to win too. Just a hand where he doesn't really function. Doesn't have that many white cards for Martyr. Doesn't draw that many Martyrs. Too late to get Ranger of VS line. All of it.
Yep.
Can work. All of it can work. If you are just joining us as we close out the day, Cedric Phillips and Craig Krempels, we are here in the booth. We got Nick Miller, of course, in the sideboard. We are here in Richmond, Virginia, the River City. Hashtag SCGRICH at SCG Tour. Join in the conversation on Twitter as we are going to make it through our final game of the day.
Yep. Tweet the best milkshake at Cedric.
We've already been over this, Craig. It is cookies and cream. There's not a debate. This is not up for debate. It is just a fact at this point.
You're really putting yourself out on a limb here.
You need to come to terms with this being a fact, I think. Stomping ground. Going to bring Rebecca down to 18. Oh, you did have a milkshake for breakfast this morning, so maybe I'm wrong.
The Starbucks Frappuccino?
Yeah, a milkshake.
Hey, they lied to me about it with the name, so I'm okay with it. They're tricking me.
A Martyr of Sands here for Logan as Rebecca's going to sacrifice the Secure Tribe Elder, start ramping on up, get a basic mountain.
That thing's low and fat, okay?
Dude, whatever you have to tell yourself to drink that thing in the morning is fine with me. Whatever you have to tell yourself.
Hey, you want me perky in the booth next to you or not?
Like, whatever you need to do.
Yeah. I don't need this criticism.
No, you don't need that many calories, ever.
Well, that's true.
Sacred Foundry tapped. We're going to go back over to Logan. In there! Rebecca down to 17. The follow-up. Caca!
Who does that?
A lot of hawks on the way.
What a weirdo in the booth next to me.
I am a lunatic.
But yeah, birds aplenty.
And more importantly, more white cards in hand for the Martyr.
Yeah, this Martyr's going to be big.
Another mountain. Maybe worth noting, not another green source yet, as Primeval Titan is in Rebecca's hand.
Just hanging out. Come on, Forest.
I guess one of the weird nice things for Rebecca here is not really underneath a lot of pressure.
No, she definitely has time. She doesn't have the Hour of Promises. You know, some of the other decks can really set up with all 4 Valakuts on the battlefield before it tries to do something ridiculous. And then that deals a lot of damage. It's hard to outpace that. Mm-hmm. It's a little harder for Rebecca to get into that situation.
There's a Martyr Sands. Pass that turn back. Yep. That's a good one.
It's funny that a 1-mana 1/1 that gains some life is such a nightmare in some matchups.
Looks like Forest may have been the draw.
All right. We're back in it. Well, like you said, Rebecca's not under any duress here. There's no pressure or minimal pressure. And so she's wondering if she wants to set up with a Valakut.
It looks like the answer is no. Looks like it's just time to go to prime time.
It's never a bad time to go prime time.
No, it's always pretty good, truth be told. There are 5 mountains on the battlefield and a basic forest.
It's primeval o'clock here.
Doesn't have the same ring to it. I can appreciate the effort, though. It's not your fault. You didn't make up the words.
You know what? I'm better than this. I'm really not better than this. This is like right on par for me. But
it's not your fault at all. Primeval Titan. And there will be a trigger.
And it's possible Logan wants to path in response to the search trigger.
All right.
Let her go search for a basic before a Valakut is on the battlefield.
So 1 prime time down. Another forest. And now Primeval Titan's trigger will resolve. Oh, Logan's going to his turn.
Oh, Rebecca, don't
quick.
forget.
I hope not. Yeah, I'm surprised that Logan untapped so quickly. Whoa.
Oh, Rebecca.
Wow. I am surprised. Well, there's an attack for 3. And now here's a 3rd Martyr of Sands.
It is possible. It's hard to see what Logan's lands are there, but if he has 2 Ghost Quarters, it's possible Rebecca just didn't want to put Valakuts onto the battlefield into the face of those Ghost Quarters.
Well, there is at least 1 out there. So you're right, it is possible. Let's see what's coming next here. It looks like a Farseek. Yep. Gonna get a Stomping Ground. Hasn't played a land just yet. I'm curious what comes next. Okay, so there's Valakut, and now here's Scape Shift. Okay. With a Primeval Titan and a Farseek in hand. To note, she has 3 copies of Valakut in her deck. 1 on the battlefield, 2 left in the deck.
And this is a scape shift for a bunch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 9 lands on the battlefield, so this is going to be. It looks like a Ghost Quarter. We'll figure out what it's targeting here in just a moment. I don't know. Maybe the no search was not an accident with the Titan.
Yeah, after looking at it longer and seeing the Ghost Quarters on the other side, I think it was a very conscious decision.
So many mountains are in this deck.
I believe there's 14.
6 basics, 3 Cinder Blades, 4 Stomping Grounds, a Sacred Foundry, so 6, 10, yeah, 14. And then there's a Plains in the sideboard. I think she's trying to figure out if she can search for a land here off the Ghost Quarter.
Yeah, she's adding up just how much damage she's going to end up dealing.
Uh-huh. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 lands. You get 2 Valakuts,
Yep.
and if she doesn't search up a land, you get 2 Valakuts and 6 lands. So that's 12 shots, 12 times 3 is 36.
Yep, 36 damage.
Yeah. If you don't search for a land here. And she's already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mountains on the battlefield.
Yeah,
and none in hand.
She has to make sure she has at least 1 mountain left in her deck, because the way the Valakut works, you have to have 6 in play when it triggers,
Yep.
and 6 at the resolution.
Correct.
So they can blow up one of your mountain, one of your red sources with a Ghost Quarter.
Yep.
And if you don't have another one to search up,
Yeah, it checks upon resolution.
you don't get the damage.
Yep.
So I think that's part of what Rebecca is doing here. All right, if I search up all of these mountains, do I still have one in my deck as insurance against this Ghost Quarter?
And I think the answer is yes.
I think it is as well.
She's being, hey, she's taking her sweet time, but she's being really sure because you don't want to mess this up.
Well, yeah, this is just such a pivotal turn in this game.
Yep. You don't know if she's ever had to. You don't know if she's ever been in this situation before either. You know, I don't know how much she's played against Martyr with Ghost Quarter. So
Yeah, I would guess not a ton against Martyr.
probably not a lot.
She seems to be well versed in the deck, so I'm sure she knows what she's doing against a Ghost Quarter. But
Well, I'll say this much: if she played Primeval Titan no search, and I think she willingly didn't search,
yeah,
then yeah, I think she knows how to play her deck.
very heads up play.
Yeah.
Yeah, initially you were cringing, but when the glare was slightly off of Logan's lands and I realized that he had 2 Ghost Quarters, it made a lot more sense.
Yeah. Now she's got to be a little bit careful here because you do see the spotter there.
Leaning a little closer.
Yeah, you do need to search up a land and make a play. So we need to figure out with the Ghost Quarter, are you searching up a land or not? I think she may have lost her train of thought there. Okay, so yes. Now Scape Shift. Scape Shift would be for 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She has 14. So that's 7 mountains. She has 14 in her deck, so she can search up 2 Valakuts, 7 mountains.
Sure.
And then I just got to see it, I guess. Trying to guess is hard. All right, 9 lands. All right, so there's your Valakuts. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I think you get another one.
I think you get the 7th one, right? There's no reason not
yeah, it
to.
doesn't get any better.
Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 14. 14 times 3. Craig, math me.
Oh, geez, don't start me with this.
42, I think.
Or 7 times 6, if you will.
That's easier. Yeah, that's smart of you. that's a little easier, I guess. All right, Martyr. Gain some life. How many white cards? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 3 is 15. So 35. Okay. So now we do it again. So that's 15 more. So he's going to gain 30. So he's up to 50.
Yep.
And then he takes 42.
Yep.
But he's got another martyr, though.
There's always more martyrs.
And there are no more mountains left.
Sure, but she does have another Primeval Titan in her hand.
That's important.
So this is a whole boatload of damage.
Here's Ghost Quarter's going to take down a Valakut. Yes. So Logan's at 8. That's a weird game, man.
Yeah, it's great.
Path to Exile the draw. All right, so here's prime time.
All right, let's go searching. We definitely don't want any fetch lands in our deck anymore.
Yeah, I'd like to get rid of those if we can. Yeah, just a couple of fetches. Bloodstained Mire and Wooded Foothills. Pass. Does he have another path? Yeah, I think he does. If he's got another path, I think this might be too hard.
Yeah, that might be the nail in the coffin here.
There is another path. All those martyrs that he's drawn. so important. So important. There's the namesake card of the deck. I think he just drew the 4th one, maybe. Get in here for 2. Oh, no, we're in turns. Oh, no!
That is absurd.
Oh, no, we're in turns.
We're going to have 2 undefeated players.
Oh, no.
2 undefeated players going into day 2.
Oh, no. Okay, so it looks like they have an additional 3 minutes. Okay.
Oh, she just drew Pithing Needle, too.
Ugh.
What a tease.
Little late to the party. Yeah, I would respond too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 23.
All that work.
Yeah. Chameleon Colossus, where are you? Oh, you drew a path, I think.
Yep. Looks like it.
Yep. In for 1.
You can register tonight and save yourself a ton in the morning. Registration will close for the Classics here in about 15 minutes or so. You can come sign up.
Well, if you're Logan, you are in the driver's seat, as they say, so you got to pick up the pace a little bit here because you're the one that can win this one.
Yeah, he wanted to get as much pressure onto the board as possible there.
All right. Summoner's Pact.
All right.
Is it Colossus?
I think it's still Primeval Titan.
Just because 6/6?
Yeah, it's big. It gets 2 more fetch lands out of your deck. It tramples potentially. That matters.
I think that matters quite a bit.
Well, I don't think there's going to be time for them to finish this game, but if there is time, the trample will matter.
Yeah. All right, Chameleon Colossus. Gonna cast that. Pass the turn back. All right, path that too. Doesn't even matter. Logan's gonna quickly untap. He'll draw a card. In. I think they might finish. He realizes the time.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Hawks! This deck can barely close.
Yeah, Monohawk beatdowns.
Yeah, just
You like the Monohawk beatdowns.
Just crawling across the finish line. Just in the nick of time on the way to the 9-0.
Yeah, an Anger of the Gods here would just be like so backbreaking for him.
Yeah, total disaster. Search tomorrow's no good. There is no tomorrow to search for. Untap, draw. Oh, yeah, down to 2.
Oh, she has a Path to Exile. Oh, she sacrificed her white source.
Yeah, her Sacred
I
Founder's
forgot.
gone. Yep.
Oh.
And now, Nevermore. Sure.
Yeah.
What is this name?
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
I would name Anger, I guess. Yeah, he named Anger of the Gods.
Good. That's
Claudio Expedition, and that is it. Logan Reinhart's going to win this match over Rebecca Adlman. 2-1. Say it with me. Mono White Martyr is 9-0.
Mono White Martyr is 9-0. That wasn't with you, but you know.
This is the top of the standings. Unreal.